Thanks to reMarkable for sponsoring today's video.
Did you know digital paper exists? So the company reMarkable has been making these digital paper tablets for about a decade now, and their newest tablet, the reMarkable Paper Pro, manages to feel more like paper than any other device I've ever tried. Now, if you've never heard of the reMarkable tablets, they're basically like having an almost unlimited amount of notebooks in this tiny body. It's all about having a place to think and getting your ideas or notes down without the distractions we all get from our devices. So check it out. I got invited to their launch event and I got to see it firsthand with all of the new improvements and features. We're gonna unbox it so you guys can get a better look. Spoiler alert though, there's color now and I'm hyped. But the event space was pretty cleverly designed with these giant sheets of paper as walls. Now I was lucky enough to learn more about the new tablet directly from their CEO, Philip Hess, and their Chief Design Officer, Matt Herding, who I got to have an awesome convo with. But like I said, let's jump into an unboxing because they did let me walk away with one and a few accessories.
All right, so we're back in the studio. I'm excited. We've got the reMarkable Paper Pro over here, and we got a few other accessories as well. We've got the book folio, and we also have the new type folio, as well as the reMarkable Marker Plus. All right, so it just makes sense to just go straight for the tablet, right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, we got the Paper Pro over here, but we've also got our paperwork. And next to it, we have the USB-C cable, very flat cable. So now to the main attraction. It's definitely bigger. I can feel the difference. So there are a couple of call outs here, okay? So first being, this thing now has a larger display, an 11.8 inch display. All right, so this is my reMarkable 2. Yeah, baby. That is a bigger display, all right. So the display is now almost the same size as the previous version, almost. Now they did make some other changes, like the frame. It's got a flatter frame, but there are these like ridges as well. And like the idea behind the ridges is that it's kind of like your book, right? Like your stack of papers. So it's like the lines kind of represent paper as you're writing.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, right? That's that attention to detail, man. But they did get rid of this metal frame. Not that it mattered. It did make the bezel smaller though, so that's nice. We've got the rubber feet at the bottom, and we also have some connectors over here. If you wanna hook it up to the type folio, you'll be able to do that. No more rounded edges, flatter look. I'm for it, but I feel like it's time to go ahead and open up the new Marker Plus. All right, so some paperwork, yada yada. This is the pen. And we've got marker tips over here on the side. Oh, I like the packaging. Oh, that's convenient. So you can just pop this out. You can put the marker inside, and when you pull it out, you'll have a brand new marker tip. So that's cool. And they actually changed the marker tip from the previous version. This whole thing is completely redesigned. It's rounder, but we still have that flat side. So it can lay right up against this very comfortably. Now, one thing to note though, none of the accessories is gonna be backwards compatible to like the previous version. So you can't just get the new Marker Plus and try to make some magic happen. All right, power it on. Oh, that color though. Oh man, the nerd in me is very excited. Now, from what I've learned, it was extremely complicated to build this screen with color, but this is basically going to have colored particles that live within the screen. And as you write with a specific color, this is going to pull them up to the screen, which makes the colors visible. Anyway, all right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and open a quick note and I'm gonna write my first thing.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. It feels like I'm writing on paper. This is an ASMR moment right here. I'm gonna take this thing off.
Is that an actual sound, or is that a sound like?
No, it's legitimate. That's the way. It's the texture of the screen and the pen. Shay, get over here, man. Try it out.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
right? Okay, so the screen texture is one thing, but color is what we need, right? So for all those folks out there who are like, insane note takers who like to color code their notes, and I knew kids like that in high school and college. If someone like that is using the reMarkable Paper Pro, they're gonna feel right at home here. Point pen, cyan.
Yeah, cyan.
Yeah, listen, you know I picked it. One more big deal, at least for me personally. So you can swipe down from the top right where you can add some backlighting. So that feature is completely new to the Paper Pro. And now, kill the lights. Oh, look at that. Now, I don't know how, okay, you guys can see it here.
Oh, I see it.
You see that? Now, if I were to turn it off, you see that? Now we're just in the dark. I'm very excited. But all right, we do have some other accessories that we gotta take a look at real quick. One being the new type folio. So here it is. Now this comes in a completely new design, which is actually really impressive. I don't even know what color this comes off as to you. What color does this come off as? Like a grayish on camera? It's not. When you look really closely, it's a mixture of colors. So we've got some blues and we've got some like browns in here. And I guess that warm and cool mixture kind of makes it just cancel out and look kind of grayish. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but the keyboard is thin. And they made a few nice changes with this. So I found that to be a lot easier to open up than the original. You can see they added a wrist rest. So we've got some larger keys and some extra buttons. And not to mention, it is a backlit keyboard. Now, another change that they made, they got this little flap over here. So now when you're putting this in your backpack or wherever, you don't have to worry about the Marker Plus flying out. I always had issues with that. All right, book folio time. If you don't want the keyboard, some people definitely don't need the keyboard. You can just forego the keyboard, go with the book folio. I love this flap, man. The fact that it gets tucked away when you're not using it.
So satisfying.
That is so nice. So much thought went behind all of the different things that they've got going on over here. If you want to hear the more intricate explanations of like the thought process and how these all came together, I did get a chance to sit down or stand up with Matt. Check out what he had to say.
All right, you guys, so I got some special time with Matt Herding, the Chief Design Officer of the reMarkable. So like from the very beginning, what was the inspiration behind like the reMarkable and how did that evolve with what we're seeing today?
When we built reMarkable 1, we focused on just a very simple task, which is how can we respectfully recreate paper. I think that's what we see in this product today. It's obviously significantly more complex across so many different facets as compared to reMarkable 1, but the product we put in the hands of the users is still a super simple product. It should be as simple as using paper. You have pen and you have a blank sheet, and that's basically it.
How do you envision like everyday people using something like the reMarkable?
Everybody has some kind of reference to what they use paper for. Some people use them for taking notes, some people use them for doodling. And I think that's kind of the intent as well. Paper is not a workflow, it is just a tool. It's a blank sheet and there's a tool to draw on. What we have focused a lot on has been rebuilding the writing experience. I would say it's now even closer to paper. We've added color, obviously. These are physical colors moving around, physical color particles.
I will say, I got a little bit of time with it, just like a few seconds, and the sound of it sketching, like, it's so close to paper. It's actually mind-blowing. I'm always trying to be more productive. I've purchased so many notebooks in the past, and since getting my hands on the reMarkable, I haven't purchased another notebook. It's
glad to hear it.
Being able to replace it and have an infinite number of notebooks just on one device, it's like a no-brainer. But Matt, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
But there you have it, guys. This is the new reMarkable Paper Pro. Definitely a premium product here. But if this is just way out of your price range, they are going to still be carrying the reMarkable 2. So that's still going to be available for purchase for a lower price point. But my goodness, I want to be productive.
That is a new fidget spinner too. I feel like
It's so satisfying.